Hello, happy magical Monday, everyone. You have just entered the portal, ting, of Into the Bliss 1717. Welcome, welcome. My name is Carey Lee. I'm super stoked that you're here with me today. I am here to dish out a general collective reading. I like to refer to it as the Daily BLISS. I'm here to help pull you out of your abyss of the mind and bring you into the bliss of your heart, right? Divine bliss. So, yeah, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I literally am here on my own journey, sharing my own journey. I'm on my own soul path, right? And so, really just here with you guys. I want to like do this thing called life and essentially just grow and evolve together, right? It's all about community, right? So without further ado, I'm also running crystal frequencies using my bioresonance wearable devices. It's called the Healy, folks. If you're not interested in learning about this, that's cool. The crystal frequencies run, they're timeless. You benefit from them regardless of when you see the readings, just like my readings are timeless as well. So, anywho, timestamps in the description if you want to skip ahead right to the reading. The way this works, folks, is it's based on quantum physics. It operates and functions and pulls information out of the quantum field. I have our collective Into the Bliss 1717 programmed into the app that works with the device. You can see the crystals are already running. So it essentially scans all of our auric fields as a collective to find out what are the top 5 crystal frequencies that we need today in line with this particular reading to help us move forward and reach our life goals and soul's destinies, right? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and quickly read through the today's crystal reveal, what crystals are actually running, guys. And to start, we've got Brazilian amethyst. So this essentially helps transform slow moving, stagnant energy into faster moving energy for better flow. It helps to uplift us from a too material state. Maybe there's some of you out there worrying about finances or when that abundance is coming in, when your ships are coming in, right? It essentially helps us to perceive and, really own our own unique spiritual reality. So it's trying to pull us out of that too material state and bring us into our spiritual state, right? The next frequency, the crystal that's being run, is star sapphire. Essentially, this helps us to connect to energies that are going to help us stay on track to help us reach our life goals, to fulfill our soul's destinies, right? And the third crystal, that good old orange calcite, this has really been popping up repeatedly over the last several days of readings. Orange calcite essentially allows our bodies at the cellular level to assimilate this really strong, powerful, pure, divine, white, protective, and healing light. Again, down to the cellular level, this helps to push out and remove and pull out all types of grief and darkness. You know what I mean? That's lingering within us, right? And so it helps to uplift us, energize us, and bringing that warmth through our hearts. If you think about it, orange is the sacral chakra. So I feel like this is definitely surrounding healing, surrounding our sensuality, our sexuality, our creativity, our abilities to, move about into relationships in and out in an authentic manner, right? Aquamarine is the next crystal frequency being run, guys. And this is all about bringing calm and neutrality to our minds. We've got some mental chatter. This is another crystal that has been coming in hot over the last several readings. It essentially is bringing us into that neutral state, bringing us out of our minds, into our hearts so that we can, have clarity and hear our insights, that we can make good choices, right? Choices for our best and highest, guys. And the last one that is running is Sugarlight. So this essentially helps to promote acceptance of the spiritual realm. So I feel like the theme of these crystals, it's pretty fascinating. It sounds like, it feels like it's bringing us out of this too material state, of this too whatever we've got going on in our mindsets right now, and it's really just trying to bring us into our heart space and allow us to really, get into our bodies, get out of our heads, feel, so that we can actually be in tune with our, our guidance, our internal guidance. The way this works, guys, is I'm an intuitive reader. So I'm kind of like a mishmash between what is being channeled to me using my intuition, my spiritual gifts, and also traditional meanings. Whatever's coming through to me is what I'm going to speak on. And it's truly coming from unconditional love and my heart. And I am a channel for the divine realm. So I'm proud of it and humble that I'm able to do so. So without further ado, I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled and laid out the primary spread for us. We've got 3 oracle cards. I'm using the 7 Energies Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed. I love this deck. I'm also using, for guidance at the end, will be Angel Answers from Bradley Valentine. Spirit has been very specific, saying pre-shuffle those and draw them, but no peeking. Like, I seriously hear that. No peeking, no peeking. So the cards are drawn, but I don't know what those answers are. And I love Spirit for it. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading. 5:58 on the clock. Here we go. So to start with, we've got a higher view. 41 could be significant. You could be 41 years old. This reduces down to 5, which is all about change, which is really interesting considering that the tarot card that came up with this, I'm going to hide the breasts on this lady so that this card doesn't get tagged. But you can see that there has been a really huge life cycle that's come to an end. I'm speaking to a collective that's just recently come to an end on a really big life cycle. Change has occurred, okay? So I feel like this has already happened, and I feel like you are kind of stuck in the squeeze in terms of where to go from here on this. And so you can see that this beautiful lady is riding an owl. An owl spirit may be significant to you. They're higher up. They're seeing things from a higher perspective. I feel like when we've just come through like really massive transition and massive lessons, and again, guys, we just came out of that buffet, that astrological buffet of like lunar and solar eclipses and Mercury retrograde, and all these planets conjunct here and conjunct that, and boom, boom, boom. I mean, yeah, everybody was impacted. No stone was left unturned. I know that. I feel like when we are too close to something, we can't see the bigger picture, okay? You're like looking for the finer details and things, but essentially it's not about looking. It's about stepping back, taking a break, okay? Stepping back from the scenario, the situation, whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever cycle has come to an end, whether this is love, career, whatever, like a soul cycle, right? Owls have superior vision at night. And so for me, I feel called to talk about being able to see even within the depths of your own dark is what I'm feeling. I feel like someone is afraid to go into the depths, to go into their own depth, I feel like I'm saying this incorrectly, Spirit. How can I word this? The cycle is ended and you have learned an enormous amount of lessons. However, in order to be able to move forward, you must still go in a little bit, dive deeper, a little bit deeper in. I feel like there's some sort of a truth within you that you're not yet willing to face. It's there. It's like the niggle, trust in the niggle. Like something is annoying you and badgering you to take a peek, take a look at this. I feel like this is your spirit guides. 35 may be significant to somebody. Maybe you're 35 years old. 8 is significant. 8 is about karma. 8 is about abundance, right? Infinity. This is an endless process. Change is an endless process. The death and rebirth cycles are an endless process. I feel like that's meaningful, but I feel like there is a situation at hand where either and to say this gently, because we all do that. We all have like the capability of deceiving ourselves, of not or telling ourselves a little white lie or a fib on some level, like to kind of like skirt past some of the more difficult things that we may need to face, but we're like trying to avoid facing, right? And I feel like the Page of Swords with the tall tale, like there is some type of an inner knowing about a truth that you need to uncover within yourself. In order to move forward, you have to be able to help yourself break free. This beautiful uncaging is part of the process. Don't be afraid of doing the depth work. Blah, blah, blah. 14 could be significant. Look at that. We've got the 14 and the 41. These are mirroring numbers here. So I feel like Spirit's saying, in order for you, maybe you're not seeing it. Maybe it's just like subconsciously there's some type of a hidden truth within you. And like, you know, it's there and it's right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't see it. But Spirit's saying it's time to step away from the process, maybe just a little bit, like get a bigger picture. Again, Owl Spirit has such sharp vision, even in the darkest depths. And so I feel like that Spirit encouraging you, letting you know that you are safe. 11:44 on the clock. Those are both master numbers. The Queen of Wands showing up underneath the beautiful uncaging is giving me the vibration that you have the power to bring forth these projects that you're wanting to bring out into the world, right? You have the power of the Queen of Wands in terms of her ability as an entrepreneur. She can manage multiple things very efficiently and very well, like making it look really super easy. She's also highly skilled at manifesting, but she can pretty much bring to fruition whatever she desires, whatever her heart desires. But the thing of the crux of the situation is it has to come from her heart. It has to be pure. It has to have good intentions behind it, and it has to be for the betterment of all. And I feel like with the crystals that we're running, that top one, that Brazilian amethyst, it's trying to pull us out of this too material state. I'm getting like sixth chakra squeezes, which is telling me I'm on the right path here with this. I feel like maybe you are really stuck in this material state. Maybe you're holding on really tight to, I think you're holding on too tight. I've got the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. 7 could be important to somebody. I feel like you're holding on too tight to an outcome. Like you've put a lot of work in on something, a project or something within your career, or like if you are self-employed or if it's like a side gig or something, you've put a lot of work into something, but you're not seeing it. You're not seeing like the actual fruits appear on the leaves. Like he's tilling the leaves. He's looking down at his harvest. He's like ready to harvest up, and he's realizing, I don't see the fruits. All I see are the leaves growing through. What? And so the 7 of Wands is like, man, now I'm all defensive. Like, what the heck? You know, I'm all defensive about it. I put the work in. I've done this and that. The Knight of Swords is like, again, the Knight of Swords typically is moving so fast. You know, damned all hell everybody in his way. He's got his sword of truth. He knows his truth, and he's moving forward like a freight train, you know, without the consequence, you know, like he's leaving whatever in the wake. I feel like what's coming through is whatever you were working on, like you're on the right path, okay? But there's something hidden within you. There's something out of balance, and there's something hidden within you. There's some truth that you're not willing to look at, that you're not willing to see, that's preventing those, you know, that bounty, that harvest, that abundance to come in. Something is blocked. Something is blocked. And I feel like Spirit's just saying, like, a gentle gentle, loving nudge that it's time for you to actually do the deep dive and allow yourself to reevaluate. Okay, this is about reevaluating and reassessing, since you have reached the end of this cycle, okay? The King of Pentacles, the overarching energy of the whole situation, it's, the King of Pentacles is really masterful and resourceful with finances and wealth, right? He's also really balanced and very well harmonious in all areas of his life. He's generous, he shares, he takes care of the people that are working for him. He takes care of the people that are working with him. So I feel like there's some type of an imbalance, there's some type of an obstacle blocking your flow. But that's okay, because this is about beautiful uncaging. When you can get really real with yourself, I mean, really, really, really real, and stop BSing yourself and just come into it and say, okay, you know what? Analyze the situation, take a step back, analyze the situation. Don't be defensive about it. Don't be defensive about it. This is a time to be humble and have some humility, okay? Spirit wants you to succeed, okay? But there are no shortcuts in this, right? And anything that you're trying to bring in, it needs to come in from a place of pure intentions. And it needs to be, serve the whole collective, not just serve you. And I know that you're probably thinking like, wow, I need to be able to take care of myself. I need to be able to provide for myself and survive, right? Absolutely. And Spirit's here saying you're on the right path. However, when you're holding on so tightly and you're doing things and you're making decisions and choices based out of fear because you're not going to be provided for, you're not creating things from that pure intention. Therefore, it's not going to manifest and come into play the way that you want. It's going to show up as barren crop is what it's going to show up as, right? So let's find out from Spirit. This is not like the end game, though, is what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling Spirit's like, look, all you need to do is come from a student mindset. Okay, I'm still learning, right? And I see the truth. I see where I've kind of, avoided facing what I kind of felt like I knew all along. This isn't going to freaking work out. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you had a mindset of this isn't going to work out. There's no way this is going to work out. There's no way this is going to work out. You're deluding yourself. And if you have those thoughts, this isn't going to work out, this is going to pan out, you're not going to manifest it. You're not going to bring in what you want. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Spirit, what is the guidance for this collective in terms of what can they do to course correct? What can they do to course correct and take that 7 of Pentacles to a 10 of Pentacles? Excuse me. Please and thank you, Spirit. Burping for confirmation. We just need to course correct. That's all. This is about freeing yourself from self-illusion. We all do it. No judgment, love. No judgment. I feel like what's behind the corner on this is really, really amazing. And Spirit doesn't want you to give up, but Spirit wants you to get really real with yourself. 5-5 might be of significance. It's about change. It's also about abundance. Abundance wants to come in, right? I heard shh, shh, shh. Telling me to shush. What can this beautiful collective do to course correct this? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got Archangel Michael on the case. This is the Temperance card. So I feel like, first of all, you already know. The High Priestess is all about, she doesn't say much, okay? She is encouraging you to go within. You know what I mean? The answers are going to come within, and you already know why this ended up the way that it ended up, right? You know why it didn't come out the way that you wanted to come out. And I feel like, again, she's not asking you to go seek advice externally. This is about you taking control and taking the lead and being accountable for your own actions. Archangel Michael is like, look, there needs to be balance and harmony in terms of, you know, you need to come into balance internally in terms of facing the truth. Like, you have the power within you to unveil the things that we, you know, are kind of like deceiving ourselves about. This isn't like a big deal. We all do this. You know what I mean? It's about finding balance and harmony. I also feel like Archangel Michael's kind of like, look, you know what? Again, he's just saying it's just time to step back and kind of reflect on what's happened and what's transpired in this cycle, reevaluate the steps that you took, and, you know, you will find the truth. The truth will come clear to you in terms of, I feel like I said, I feel like this is more of a mindset thing in terms of it's an opportunity to, wow, I'm really stuck on this. Hold on a second. I feel like I have too many things coming through here. Okay. There needs to be balance in terms of attachment and detachment. You are too attached to the outcome is what's coming through. You're too attached to the outcome, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles, some of the undesirable traits of the Queen of Pentacles is she can be hyperly focused on material, the material world. Maybe there's a little overspending going on here, or you think that you have to keep buying, like whatever you're trying to create or bring to fruition in terms of this project. Like, you're buying the most expensive software, you're buying this for this business, or buying this for that business, but I feel like you don't need it yet. 11:55 on the clock may be significant. There's that 5-5 again, all about change. Yeah, I get the sense that you're almost putting the cart before the horse on something here. I don't know if that makes sense on something. Like, a step was skipped. There's some type of step being skipped, or maybe there's a shortcut. You can't take shortcuts on the journey. You just can't. It's not gonna, it's whenever you like try to get on the fast track to earn that money, you know, and get that money and like right away, it's just kind of like, so the song by Jimi Hendrix, Sandcastles in the Sand, Melt into the Sea eventually. That's a freaking great jam. Awesome album. But that song is essentially like, whatever house is built out of sand on the freaking ocean is going to at least melt into the sea, because it's not built on a solid foundation. This is all about building and creating from a solid foundation of truth. Okay? So, you know, again, the Queen of Wands, she can create and manifest and bring whatever she desires into, you know, a tangible result, but it has to come from the purity of her heart, and it has to be beneficial for everyone. So I just keep circling on this because I feel like your heart is really in the right place. I just feel like 11:56 on the clock, 5-6 reduces to 11, so 11:11. I just feel like somebody maybe have been experiencing issues or blocks with abundance, with money, with prosperity, and like you're making choices and decisions and moves maybe out of fear because you are so attached. And by pulling back and being able to reflect on everything, maybe, you know, going and doing something for fun, being creative, maybe focusing on a different area of your life temporarily to bring yourself back into that balanced and harmonious state. will help, bring the guidance that you need. You know what I mean? I find it interesting that the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is showing up as well. I feel like this could potentially be, you need to also find balance of your male and feminine energies. So, when we can balance our masculine and our feminine energies, the masculine is always about pushing through and forging through and getting it done and work, work, work. And the feminine is more of an allowing and a receptive energy. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is also showing up with Archangel Michael, asking you to please allow your feminine energy to come forth a little bit more to the forefront, to help put you into that allowing and receptive state so that you aren't forcing and pushing so hard. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you feel yourself having that imbalance, like, for example, I have a lot of masculine energy in my chart. And so part of my lesson in this life was really to heal the wounds that I have with the masculines in my life, the authority figures in my life, but also the feminine energies in my life, so that I could allow, in order to balance out this really heavy masculine in me, I need to allow my feminine energy to come forth and take more of a lead in my life. And that balances out the masculine energy. So the feminine comes in to the feminine softness and her nurturing and her sensuality and her lovingness and her allowing vibes come in and soften the masculine's rigidity and forcefulness and all work and no play kind of energy. So if you could kind of see like that balance of that give and take, it's always a continually evolving thing. There are times when my masculine energy needs to come up to the front and center, as will yours. You know what I mean? But there are also times when we need to let the feminine side come forth and lead as well. And that's a process within itself to really get familiar with your own internal, compass, to know, when do I need to step up and let my feminine lead? When do I need to let my masculine lead? Maybe that's something that might help you, take a step back and be able to look at things from a higher perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's find out what your final guidance is. Again, I have not seen these cards yet from Angel. Wow. Okay. So whatever it is, your angels, I'm getting chills right now, super hard. Your angels are saying, wait. Wait. I think it's like a wait, pause. You're at this end of the cycle. Your new cycle hasn't begun yet. This is coming back around for you, whatever project, whatever work project, entrepreneurial project, whatever it was that didn't bear fruit this time around, it is going to bear fruit, and it's coming back around on the next cycle. But Spirit is saying, wait for a minute and give yourself chance within the next few weeks. Something's coming in within the next few weeks. Maybe this is about, just trying to look at the picture. There's a lot of people in this picture. There's a family. There are children in this picture. There are angels in this picture. There is a couple in this picture. Maybe someone's coming in within the next few weeks that will bring in some clarity. Maybe there is an event or something that's coming in within the next few weeks that's going to bring in clarity. Whatever it is, if you can pause, reflect, if you can find where that niggle is, if you can go into the depths and find where, let that stuff come to the surface. Whatever truths need to come to the surface, right? Get right with yourself. Just get a little bit of a reevaluation. Let your feminine energy come forth and lead, letting yourself be in that allowing and that receptive state. If you're in this allowing and receptive state, you can also receive guidance, your inner guidance, and also your guidance from your spirit team and from Great Spirit. I feel like if you're clutching on and you're holding on too much, you're not tapped into your truth. You're not tapped into your inner guidance either. And again, maybe you're thinking that the inner guidance that you're receiving right now is your intuition, but it's actually your ego. It's actually things coming from fear, right? So I feel like this is a really good thing. I mean, it's not like a poo-poo, shame on you kind of thing at all. Please don't take it that way. No, 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 no. This is really, truly like, be proud. You've come to an end of a cycle. You've done so much work. You wouldn't be where you are if you weren't on the right path. You know what I'm saying? I think Spirit is just saying it's time to slow down, reflect. Where did you take a shortcut if that was the case? And you know, if you did, you already know. If you're clinging on too tight to the outcome, you're experiencing some type of financial stress or whatnot, or you're just really just all up in your grill about material things. It's just, again, allowing your feminine presence to really come forth and soften this up and, you know, put yourself into this allowing, receptive state so that you can actually release and let go of the need to control, right? You're resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles is resourceful. You don't need to buy anything else or bring anything else to the mix to make this a success. All of that is within you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like just finding a little bit of balance in your life, a little bit of internal balance, giving yourself a break, stepping away from things for a minute, giving it a chance, giving that pause, let things come to the surface. Give yourself the chance to be in that receptive state so that you could receive your inner guidance, so that you could receive your guidance from your angels, right? And yeah, I feel like you've got really beautiful things coming in, my love. I mean, it's an uncaging, it's an unfolding. Let things unfold as they want, and the abundance is coming in. It's a beautiful thing. Ting! I hope that this was helpful for you in some way. If you find my content meaningful and that it is helpful and impactful, I would be really, really super appreciative if you could hit that like button and that subscribe button. It helps to grow the channel. It helps to get the messages out to others like you that may need it and benefit from it. Much love to you all. Be well, love well, live well. I love you all. Have an amazing, magical Monday, and go spread that juicy, lovey love vibes everywhere. All right, great.